Guys, so as you saw with the riding, which was yesterday actually, I figured out that the bike was leaking and I think it is the coolant. So I'm gonna take some plastics off to analyze what is going wrong. And whilst I'm taking off these plastics, I thought it would be cool to have a little chat. Because things yesterday didn't go as planned and they didn't feel good anyways. Yeah, so what exactly happened, I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm pretty sure something went wrong. I just didn't feel good. I was not excited for riding at all. I was not excited for filming because I had too much in my head about how should I film, what should I do. I want to get the drone now, but the drone is not following me. I want to make a cool cinematic video, so I need to stop during the road. Yeah, so I was worried about how I should make the shots, what I should do. When I found a nice track, I'm really focused on the actual riding of the bike and not so focused with my head in making a video. To like stop and make cool B-roll, drive the motor back, come back out again. That's just pretty hard for me. And despite that I have knowledge about making videos and videography, photography, as a matter of fact it used to be my profession. I studied for it and then I did it as a freelancer for years and for years. It's really hard for me to focus on writing and making a video and telling a good story. It's a challenge, and that challenge lies in many things. It's not just the writing and filming myself, it's also getting used to the camera, getting used to having cheap equipment. Because don't get me wrong, I don't have the cheapest gear. I have the brand new DJI Osmo Action 6 with a macro lens. I have a brand new DJI Mini 5 Pro drone with ND filters and extra batteries and stuff. But yeah, if you compare that to what I used when I was a professional, I guess all the cost that I have now for all my video gear is like maybe the cost of the tripod that we used to use. Yeah, so right now I use my phone and this wobbly tripod, what you can probably see in the shot now, to make my shots. It's far from ideal, but it works. It's just, it takes a lot of my concentration to not be creative, let's say. And then to even complain more, half of the time the microphone is not working, which is alright on the moments that you actually notice that it's not working. However, of course, half of the time you don't notice it and you end up without having an audio layer under your video, which is pretty frustrating, I can tell you that much. Yeah, and of course, things don't always go to plan in videos like this. Well, professional product, that's what I mean. But I continue to make the point even more strong. Anyways, things don't really go as planned in productions like this, and in professional productions we would just, well, not we, the director would just say cut and then we do it again. But now the screw fell and that's how vlogging life works, I guess. Yeah, so yeah, enough about the video stuff. I wanted to go a bit more deep into my feelings, into my mind, because in the first videos I always look very happy, and I am a happy guy, especially on my motorcycle, especially camping, especially outside. But sometimes it's hard to be happy for some people, including me. Like yesterday, I have my dream bike. I have what for most people would make their life really happy, is a girlfriend. I knew that she was coming home at like 5. It was a beautiful day, unlike today, which is the day after riding, but unlike today, where it's raining and a storm is coming in. Yesterday was beautiful weather. I know it was the last day of good weather, but I wasn't feeling it. Despite the fact that I wasn't feeling it, I still went for a ride, which usually is good. Let me change my lenses real quick here. Thank you. Yeah, anyways, the bike is in balance now. what I want to say is, despite of the weather, I still didn't feel good. I still didn't feel motivated. As a matter of fact, I even woke up with a bit of anxiety, like, oh shit, I have to ride my bike, I have to make a video. I'm not happy with how the videos look now. I want it to be more cinematic, more cool, much more shots. But I know I can't do it. I'm not the best rider ever. I was getting all these thoughts in my head, and yeah, I just wanted to talk about that on camera for this video. Yeah, so that's about my mental health. Let's get back to the bike a little bit that you see me work on. We all remember yesterday it started to leak and I wanted to go home. I found out that what was leaking was the overflow line of the overflow tank, or the expansion tank of the coolant. Which is weird, because that should only overflow if the radiator is overflowing. It appears that the radiator is a little bit full now. However, the overflow tank is too empty. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna let the engine run with the radiator cap open for a second and see if it farts or burps out. Some people call it burping out. After that, I'll put the radiator cap on again, and then I let the engine run until it's bloody hot, and then I will see if the expansion tank will raise in volume, because that might mean that there's air in the system, or that the radiator cap is not working properly, or that the bike gets too hot. Anyways, if coolant from here, the radiator, goes into here, the expansion tank, that means there's a problem. And I would be happy that that problem is there, because then it makes sense about the leak of yesterday, which for now doesn't make sense. Yeah, so test 1 completed. I didn't see much air coming out. I should say I didn't see any air coming out. So test 2 now is gonna be, I put the radiator cap back on, pretty good. I'm gonna clean again to see if maybe it leaks out of the cap, and then see what the expansion chamber does. See if, when the engine is gonna run hotter, if there will go coolant into the expansion chamber. And if so, if it will be enough coolant for this one to actually overflow, so it goes into the overflow line. Be right back. Alright, yeah. So I let the engine run until hot, 90 degrees, 95 degrees, until the fan turns on. Let that do a few times. Nothing changed to the expansion fan. However, I think at one moment it shot open, the pressure valve in the radiator cap, because I could see a little pop. That's exactly the moment when the fan turned on, so maybe that reached the temperature for him to pump there, but it's still cold, nothing went in there. However, on this radiator cap I could see a consistent little bit of smoke even after like 10 minutes of running. So that can't just be a drip that was left out there. This stuff evaporates very fast on hot surfaces, and it's very hot here. Okay, so it's a new day again. Yesterday I did a few checks to run it a few times hot, let it cool down. I set the bike up straight, noted down where the lines are of the warm engine, of the before warming up. I re-tightened the radiator cap because I thought the leak was maybe there. After that it didn't appear to be leaking again. And since I already don't know what coolant is in here, because the M3 is supposed to be red, and the one that KTM sometimes by mistake put in when you buy the bike is transparent, water-like. And this one here seems to have a little bit of color, so I think it's just topped up with the 1000-kilometer service, and has still the standard clear in. So I bought some distilled water. I'm gonna fill it up now till it's in the middle of the min and max. Then I make new signs again, and today I'm going for a 2-time 45-minute drive, just casual city cruising. And see how it goes. So yeah, that's the plan for now. I'm gonna ride like this for a while, see how it goes. When I found out the real problem, I probably give it a flush, because I saw some sludge in here as well. Give it a flush, put the right coolant in, which is not gonna be the Motul M3, but the much cheaper alternative that our friends on Reddit figured out. Yeah, so as you can see, sometimes you have challenges with the bike, sometimes with your mind, but in general, you'll get over it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Fixing my mental problems and fixing the bike problems. We did a bit of riding. The plan didn't go as planned because, as I said, I wanted to go up there, make some cool shots, make a short little edit. Didn't happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please stay here because I want to do much more riding, much more deep talking to give it a word. And yeah, man, I don't just want to ride a bike and do that. I want to start traveling, do motor camping trips, solo camping trips, talk about life, talk about things, talk about all the experience I had with traveling. So yeah, stay tuned.